Hello, this is David Lorimer here on Easter Monday. Today I'm going to share a story from a book that I've been reading recently, From Doctor to Healer, The Mountain Lion's Gift by Elliot. And I did a book briefing with her on the Scientific and Medical Network in February, which is well worth listening to if you're a member. If not, you should join. Anyway, this is about boundaries and setting boundaries. So one evening, Erica was visited by a neighbor who was a psychologist in her 70s with a pain. And she went into the exam room, had a look at her, and then she said thank you and began walking out. And Erica said, Natalie, you need to pay me for my services. She turned and asked me if I would accept a trade. She said she had an expensive pair of shoes which would look good on me. I could stop by her house in the morning and try them on. And before she could answer, she was gone. And then she was mulling all this over. So she went the next morning, knocked on Natalie's door, opened up, and she was stark naked. Anyway, she went in, pointed at the shoes, and that wasn't a deal, really. And so instead, Natalie offers a brief therapy session. I said I didn't need a therapy session. Oh, yes, you do, she said. Very much so. You'll see what I mean. So she was intrigued and agreed to the proposal. She put on her clothes and came to my office and said the therapy would take 10 minutes. What? 10 minutes? You can't do anything in 10 minutes. How can anyone accomplish a meaningful therapy in 10 minutes? She asked herself. And then Natalie said firmly, stand up straight. Now bend over and put your hands on your thighs, near your knees. Good. I want you to lift your head, open your mouth wide, and roar like a lion. And she had this extraordinary experience with a mountain lion, which you can read about earlier in the book. I refused, saying I felt ridiculous. If you don't roar like a lion, you can't be cured, Natalie said. This is a necessary part of the therapy. At her insistence, I opened my mouth wide and made a noise. She yelled, louder! Make yourself sound like a real lion. Louder! That's not loud enough. Make the roar so loud it'll make your voice hoarse. I was getting thoroughly disgusted and angry. I let those feelings propel me into making a very loud and vicious roar. That's great, she said. Good job. You're healed, she proclaimed. What am I healed from? Beneath your gentle, accommodating and kind persona is a lion that needs to be awakened and stand up for herself, set boundaries and state her needs clearly and firmly. That lion will protect you and remind you of who you are. You have absolutely no idea how powerful you really are. So this is a good lesson for all of us, how to set boundaries and how to roar like a lion when you need to. So you can think about that and then apply it to wherever you are in your own life with respect to boundaries. Thanks for listening.